Okay, my friend, welcome, all of you. Thank you so much for joining us for this exciting Instagram live session. And today, I'm so thrilled to have a special guest, Tamanna Setia, with all of us. She's a highly respected relationship wellness coach. She actually has helped countless individuals and couples build stronger, healthier relationships through effective communication strategies. She is also known for her insightful approach to relationship wellness, focusing on the power of communication to transform connections. Amazing. Her expertise actually spans various aspects of relationships dynamics, and she actually has a wealth of experience in guiding people to enhance their interpersonal skills. So today we are going to learn a lot of things from Tamanna, a wonderful coach, a powerful coach, empowering lives of people with her powerful insights, her wisdom. So welcome Tamanna on the screen on this show.
Namaskar, Prashantji. Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's my pleasure. And hello, everyone. I'm Tamanna Setia, a passionate relationship wellness coach, and I'm beyond excited to be here with all of you today. Thank you for having me here.
Wonderful. So friends, okay, that was not enough, the introduction which I've given you here. So Tamanna is actually a passionate relationship coach. She's also dedicated to help individuals building a stronger, healthier connections, and with her strategies into wellness, so that is emotional wellness and relationship dynamics. She actually guides people, the clients, through the journey of healing, growth, and transformation. Her approach combines personalized coaching with practical tools and heartfelt support to empower people in creating lasting, meaningful relationships. She also helps clients to unlock full relationship potential and foster the love and connections. Amazing, amazing. So, Tamanna, I once again welcome you in the show, and with this, I am actually, excited to know when we talk about the effective communication in relationships, what does it mean?
Effective communication is basically everything about relationship. So, uh, communication, relationships are actually cornerstones of our life. Okay, whether you are single or you are in a relationship or navigating through the beautiful complexities of love, this session is definitely meant to be for you. Because when we talk about communication, it is a strong tool that can help you sail your journey of relationships very, very smoothly. It does not it's not only for the couples, I would say. Here, mostly relationship means the couple thing. No, it's not like that. You have relationship with a partner, your parent, your kid, your friends, your relatives, and everything. We are social beings, right? So we are surrounded with people, and we have certain relation with each one of them, and this is applicable to all of these relationships. It is not just counted to couple thing, not at all. It's not just for married people, not at all. Even if you are single, or maybe you are dealing with emotional complexities with other relationships,
Yeah.
you have to have the key is effective communication, which we really are lacking these days. Special thanks to social media, our attention span has decreased a lot way. Shorts, we just mindlessly scroll everywhere. We keep on scrolling social media, Instagram, YouTube shorts, and we are hardly paying attention to what we actually have. The relationship we are actually having, we don't pay attention to them, and that's why the key of relationship, the effective communication is hampered now. This is the major thing that is hampering our relationships this day. And if you're not having any happy relationship, even at your home, you're not happy, you will not feel happy. You might have all the luxuries in life, but if you are not having a good connection with your family or with your friends, or I would say if you are dissatisfied in your relationships in any area of your life, you will not feel satisfied. you'll always feel there's a lack in everything, because your emotional state, it is still lacking the connections which we should have with our people, with our friends, with our social network. That's what makes the effective communication a strong tool to have a seamlessly important, healthy, and happy relationship with every person in our life. That's what it is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the wonderful answer, and I think it's a wonderful explanation, friends. What you say. So with me, I have Palak Saluja. Welcome, Palak. Fit for Life, Satyasili. Welcome, all of you. And if, guys, if you have any question, if you have doubts, please you can ask anytime. If you want to know more about the topic, so you can write to us and we will answer. Thank you so much. With this, I want to know like we are talking about the communication, the effective communication in relationships. But what are the core principles like into this effective communication in relationships? What are the principles we should follow?
Okay, so the core effective communication principles are clarity and honesty. So when I talk about clarity, it means you need to have clear emotional requirement, or clear statement with your partner, or anywhere in your social network. So for instance, instead of saying, you never help me around in the house, but be clear and honest. What is that feeling that is making you overwhelmed, or what is that trigger that is making you say this thing? You can rather say, I feel overwhelmed with the chores, and I would appreciate if you can help me with the dishes, or maybe the cleaning. So clarity, what exactly is causing the problem, and honesty, like how can you convey this honestly? Okay, you know what, this is the problem, this is the problem that is creating the issue, and let's just sort this out. And going along, we have active listening. As I mentioned, with the growing social media era, it is lacking. Actively, we don't listen to things actively. Our mind is occupied with tons of things all the time. Cortisol levels are high. Social media, we are always active, always on phone chats, and that's what is hampering the active listening skill here. So by active listening, I would mean, look, just like when your partner shares his or her day, that's how this happened, or maybe this project is very very difficult for me. So just put down your phone for a while, put down your phone, and just talk. Listen, but he or she is talking, right? So active listening is another key. That is another principle that can help you with the effective communication, and it goes a long way. If you're not paying attention what your partner or your kid or your parent have to tell you, they won't get they won't get the answer, and that will hamper the communication and thus the relationship. So active listening is another principle for that. And also respect. So
Respect for each other. Yeah.
respect to very aspect. So respect is very very crucial. If you don't respect what other person has to tell you, they will not tell you, and you will end up just parting the ways, be it any relationship that will not help you last long. It's a major barrier. So respect and empathy. So if your partner expresses that he's feeling ignored, he's not feeling heard, he's feeling alone, pay up attention to that. Respect why is he feeling, rather than saying, okay, I do this for you, I do that for you, I earn this much, I spend entire day in office just for you. Calm, be calm, and listen, and try to understand why is that partner saying this to you. Respect her feelings, respect his or her feelings. You might as well say, I understand why you feel that, I understand why you're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe let's talk about it, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Calm your partner, calm yourself. The core principles, we must have respect and empathy for your partner, or be it any relationship. That's how we conclude
Wonderful.
it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So it was active listening, respect for each other, empathy, and kind of like blaming that I'm doing this for you and that, right? And give time to each other, like putting your phone on a like the side. बट समटाइम्स वो इट डजंट हैपन. जो लोग बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ोन में बिजी रहते हैं या एक एक लाइव पर भी एकदम से फ़ोन उठाकर देखते हैं, एक जैसे नोटिफिकेशन आया दे एक्चुअली पिक अप द फोन. So for that, it is a wonderful trick. Like you can ask your internet provider to turn off the internet for some time.
An hour of no social media, people go crazy. It's too much of addiction these days.
Yeah. I know some people what they say. जब भी ऐसा कुछ लगता है तो what I do, हम एक दिन का फास्ट लेते हैं. That is phone fasting or social media fasting. They don't go to any gadget that day. It's like completely family time, and it actually builds wonderful, relation in the family, and that is the quality one.
Quality time, yes, because we are away from the phones, away from social media, away from our UK, US, and overseas friend, and we are present in the moment. Being present, like there are some ways we can actually improve our listening skills, and one of the most important one is be present. Be present here. No phone, no TV, no distraction. Just put away all the distractions once in a while and talk. Let's be with each other. Remember the times like when there were no such TVs and
no
not
phone.
much of social media. We belong to
No
that
technology.
generation, right?
So friends, आपको इसके साथ एक बहुत अच्छी मेडिटेशन भी पता चल गई है. That is mindfulness. So be in the present. So I was telling you that she is a wonderful trainer. She is a wonderful coach. So बातों बातों में उन्होंने काफी कुछ बता दिया आपको. So make sure that you follow these steps.
And I often,
Right, so, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I often emphasize on deep breathing. Most of my videos and maybe stories, I would say deep breathing, deep breathing. This happens, deep breathing. This happens, deep breathing. Whatever happens, do deep breathing. So this is also crucial when we are handling any conflicts. I get people, I have my clients which say, okay, ma'am, you know what? We have so much conflicts, and we have so divorce rates, I would say separation rates have dramatically increased these days. You are 2 years, you are 2 years in marriage, you have gone like 20 years in the marriage, 25 years post that as well. We are seeing the separation in the people.
Yeah.
So we have so much conflicts, ma'am. We cannot. I just cannot handle it anymore. So many arguments, this and that. He's on the phone all the time, attending the projects all the time. No quality time. So no quality time and not being present in the moment. And specifically, we end up arguing or trying to sort any conflicts in the heat of moment itself. So the key to settle down any conflict is to go away from that situation as of now. Do not say anything in that particular moment. Let the situation calm down. Stay away from that distraction and then have a quality talk. If you are trying to resolve a relationship, resolve a issue, resolve a conflict, right then and there only, when it is already when you have argued so much, in the heat of the moment, if you say anything, it's not going to work for you. It is not helping you anyhow. You have to really calm yourself first. Deep breathe. That's where I again emphasize deep breathe.
Yeah.
You do the deep breathing, calm yourself, and then go back, and then talk. And for God's sake, don't talk in in the heat of the moment. Let the situation calm. Stay away, steer clear from that situation, and then steer clear of that surrounding itself.
Yeah.
Give it some time, then talk, and then do the conflict resolution strategy, whatever you have. So this is one of the most common issues I hear, like conflicts. Nahi ho paega. 20 years of marriage, 25 years of marriage, I can't handle it anymore. Let's go to court. Let's sign the paper. And what is hampering? What is hampering the relationships all of a sudden? We are from that era where we have learned from our parents, lifelong tied to one person, you are done. You're not going anywhere. Especially females who are watching here, we have learned from our parents, If you are tied to one person, no matter how many red flags you see, you are there only. You will not come back home. You're not parting your ways at all. It is you in your luck. Handle it your way. This is the background we had come from, but this is not helping any anymore. You have to have an effective communication to help your relationship grow. If you see red flags in Gen Z tone, if you see red flags in relationship, if you see toxicity in relationship, go consider counseling. Take couple therapies. Consider taking therapies for counseling for effective relationships strategies. That's the that's the kind of help you need in your relationship if you are having these toxic traits. But first and most important is effective communication. So I see people, Prashanji, when they have good 10 years of courtship period before marriage, and then they finally uh, get the childhood go into a marriage, child and mom in front and do the rituals and all. But all of a sudden, they're not gelling up anymore. They are having communication issues. They are having communication barriers, and they don't know where to go. All of a sudden, I'll get messages, ma'am. I feel so alone in my relationship. I'm not feeling anything. I don't feel anything for him anymore, or maybe I am so lost. I don't know how to handle what to do. These are the basic common things I hear. And everything, the key to everything is effective communication. Only if you understand the principles of effective communication, your relationship can thrive. See, thriving. Just follow the basic things, follow the basic principles. Be present, do the active listening thing, show respect, show compassion, and do not speak in heat of the moment. Speak when you are calm and when you're not distracted. Then the resolutions will be faster.
Exactly. कहते हैं ना किसी ना किसी को तो शांत होना चाहिए. अगर दोनों ही बहस कर रहे हैं then it will be a heated argument.
Heated argument. No point. It cannot be solved that way.
But
And
one thing more, yeah, one thing more. Uh, Sometimes what happens, like when there is an argument, then they both stop talking with each other.
uh,
Any solution for that?
stop talking, and it
It
will add
it
on to the
can get
grudges.
it gets converted into hours, then days, and then weeks, and then
Days,
months, and then
and then years of conflicts, and you don't feel anything. You won't even quarrel. You won't argue anymore. It chalta hai. I say chalta hai. You have suppressed your emotions. You were not present that moment. You did not try effectively, maybe. And I'll also get questions like, how do I emotional overload in the conversations? Because heated arguments, you are definitely emotionally out of control that time. How do
exactly.
I, what if my partner shuts down completely emotionally? How do I handle that? Or how can I express my feelings without causing any conflict? There are many. There are many. So the key would be to practice the basic communication skills.
थैंक यू सो मच. इतनी कॉन्वर्सेशन में मैंने एक चीज़ बहुत अच्छे से सीखी है, दैट इज व्हाट शी हैज टोल्ड ड्यूरिंग द कन्वर्सेशन इज ब्रीथ. Breathing is the key. When you
Yes.
breathe, you actually can exhale a lot of things. That is whether whatever you are getting, the emotions of anger, like feeling of loneliness and all. So you actually can, when you exhale, it actually it is venting out,
It is fine.
and it actually
So,
brings into a state of calmness.
so deep breathing, I would say the basic rule is deep breathing. What helps, what it helps you in? It helps you calm down in the emotion, in the flow of emotions. Also, uh, when we are there at the moment in that heated argument, what happens is we lose the focus. इस conversation का focus क्या था? वो communication start किस purpose से हुआ था? And we end up saying things which were not even the part of the argument. The communication, I would say, not the argument though, which was not the part of uh, any tail of the communication, and we end up saying that, and which is not relatable at all. Specific attention would be a blame game. You did that. You did not do that. You did this. You did that. So focus on I, how I felt. Blame game is not helping anyone. It has not helped anyone anytime. So yes, so no blame game. Please focus on I statement. I felt this when you did that. Maybe we can, or so misunderstandings happens when we are assuming things. Assumptions are the you know biggest enemy, I would say. We assume because we are not talking. We assume this person is doing this thing negatively. We assume though he hasn't done anything yet. It's all in our psyche. We are playing with our psyche. So we are assuming, and once they try to communicate with us, we'll interrupt them because we had assumed the answer already. We'll interrupt. No, it's not the thing. I know what it is about. We interrupted them. We assume, we interrupted. Also, we are distracted. Hello, how are you? Instagram status, WhatsApp status, or the calls, or the scrolling, or somebody's calling us all the time. We are using phone simultaneously. Not helping at all. You have to get away from these distractions to actually communicate and answer. You have to have, you have to be present in the moment. So you are not supposed to assume. You're not supposed to interrupt. Let your partner communicate fully before you respond. And most importantly, place yourself in their shoes. Place yourself in their shoes. Compassion. Try to understand what they actually mean beyond the words. Empathy. You need to have that empathy. And once you know, okay, now this is the point, that is why they are behaving like this, you will end up calming yourself automatically. Because you can see, you can feel, okay, it's not the problem. Something else is causing the problem, and that's why he's behaving this way. He's not bad or something. I assume I interrupted. I did not let the communication go effectively. That's what it hampered our relationship at the end. So follow these minor things. Follow along, okay? So these things, these minor things, if you take care of them, if you take care of these minor things, this will help you go a long way with your partner, go a long way in your relationships. Be present, do not interrupt, do not assume, let them speak freely, have compassion for them, have compassion. It's a game changer. You have the compassion for the person, he or she will automatically feel same about you. Okay, I feel better now. If you are understanding the feelings beyond the words, you're in good place.
Okay, that's wonderful. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this wisdom with all of us. Once again, friends, if you have questions, you can ask. Uh, we are here. If you want to know anything related to the topic, then you can ask. So, Tamanna, we were talking about like the misunderstandings and all, and the heated argument and all. So I'm sure there is a reason for that. Either that could be misunderstanding, or could be anything else. The person is not putting himself or herself on the other side, right? So
Correct.
I'm sure that there could be some communication barriers. That is why they are not able to understand. They are not able to communicate with each other.
Yes.
So, are there any anything that we can overcome those barriers, and we can
Oh,
actually create a wonderful environment where they both can talk to each other and create a wonderful bonding instead of barrier.
definitely. My favorite strategies, I would say, to help manage emotional responses during conversations. Emotions are our biggest enemy when it comes to relationships because we tend to take decisions, we tend to say things in flow of emotions, and we don't realize it is nowhere close to the actual thing. So my favorite strategy again would be pause and breathe. So
Okay.
if you are feeling angry, if you are feeling very much angry. Like, I just don't want to talk. Like, how can he do this to me? How can she does this to me? Like, I cannot take this anymore, etc., etc. If you are feeling angry, take few deep breaths before responding. Deep breaths help you long way anyway. So it helps you stay calm, then you respond, and it will prevent you from saying anything that you might regret saying after you have said it.
Right.
So
Okay, that's amazing.
what do you say?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So
And
I
yes,
would say that. Yeah,
right.
please,
So
please.
after that, you have self awareness. You know, you understand your triggers. What is that? What is that thing that is triggering you the most? Why are you getting triggered, and why are you behaving like this? So understand your triggers. If you know how to handle your triggers, half of the problem is solved then and there only. Handling your triggers, handling your emotions, and you are sorted. Half the way, you're done. If you can present a situation calmly in front of your partner or anything, then it helps you solve the problem quicker, and also be focused to the problem, not generally saying, assuming things. Stay focused on the problem. Even if you're discussing any disagreement, stay focused on the problem and do not let anything else take over it. Do not let anything else come over the situation. Just stay focused in how you can maybe compromise, seek compromise, where where you both can, compromise to come on the mutual agreement. So you're not just blown away by the emotions and end up saying things which are not true. And the least, because in our tradition we don't really in our I would say in our tradition we don't really we don't really have these psychiatrist thing, and taking the sessions. It is not common here. It's very uncommon in India at present. But however, seek support. If you are struggling to manage your emotions, talk to the therapist. Talk to a therapist, go to a counselor, and take sessions, take couple sessions, take individual sessions. If you are not able to control emotions, if you're not, if we have cases where uh, a wounded child, I would say, inner child healing, if you must have heard. So a wounded child will not be a happy adult. He will eventually have troubled relationships. He will not be able to, have a good relationships. He will not be able to cope up very nicely, because the inner child that was wounded in the childhood has not yet healed, and will not let you have a good communication with the partner. So we have people who need inner child therapy first, then the relationship coaching. So seek
That's right.
support. Seek support whenever you need. Couple therapy, you need the individual therapy. Go and seek support. It is not about you suffering all the time. You don't have entire life to suffer just because you couldn't communicate effectively. That's so insane. Please go support, seek support. We have numerous coaches now, therapists now, who are taking individual sessions or couple sessions to help them solve their conflicts effectively and have a happy, healthy, and nurtured relationship for the life with
Now
everybody
people,
surrounding them.
अब तो लोग open होने लगे हैं. So why to take a step back? Now people are opening. They are talking about their issues. Like somebody had depression, somebody has had insomnia before. Now they are talking about it. So why not you? And when
Why
you,
not?
if you take step and you can create a wonderful bonding for life, right? You can overcome this stage and you can create a wonderful bonding for the life forever. Why not go for it? Right?
It was such a taboo few years back. Oh my god, he's taking session. Oh my god, psychologist.
मैं बीमार थोड़ी ना हूँ. They
Is
will
she out of
be
her mind?
discussing.
What will people say? She's mad already. 2 years into marriage, she's mad already.
I'm not
Oh,
sick.
but
That is it. मैं
but
बीमार थोड़ी ना हूँ, मैं क्यों जाऊँ?
मैं क्यों जाऊँ? क्या जरूरत है? But yes, it is required. If If something is bothering so much, please seek support from someone you can actually who can actually help you in a neutral state. Please do that.
It is very much required. So
We
usually,
have
no, I
Prasanji,
have.
our NLP coach. He can help us with everything. Take his coachings. He's amazing. So
तो
yes, please.
एक्चुअली ऐसी ये कहा जाता था कि मतलब मैं ऐसा क्यों करूं या मतलब यूजुअली बिफोर गेटिंग मैरिड usually people go for kundali matching and all. Even after that, a lot of separations are happening. That means that matching is not happening, but your understanding, matching your understanding will actually do miracles.
Right.
So you need to work on that. और अगर वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी आपकी नहीं हो पा रही है, then you actually need support, and for that you actually need a true guide for that, right? So do connect with the person who you trust that this person can actually take me out of this जो मेरा खंडर चल रहा है अभी उसके उससे मेरे को बाहर निकाल लेगा या निकाल लेगी, right? So wonderful, thank you so much तमन्ना once again. एक चीज और यहाँ पर है मेरे पास I want to ask that friends, do you have any question? Do you want to ask anything? Yeah, अक्सर हम बोलते तो हैं कि we should talk, right? We should talk, but usually or sometimes they do not know what to talk. बहस तो हो गई, there was a heated argument, but now they are waiting like, okay, we need to talk, but how? So, like, is there any technique for giving or receiving any constructive feedback for each other? How can they do it?
Of
Or
course.
they should be open. First of all, they should be open to receive. Like, okay, I actually realize my mistake. You realize your things. So, what exactly is that? Any technique for that? They come for actually to receive constructive feedback from each other.
Definitely for constructive feedback, you need to be specific. Be specific on which behaviors you are seeking feedback from. Rather than just generalizing, focus on specific behaviors. Okay, this is the feedback for this behavior. Dude, not happening. It's not helping anyone. Please look into it. I would appreciate if you can just maybe look into this, how this has not helped us. Be focused, be specific, and also just use I statements. You did that, you did that. No blame game, please. No blame game at all in any relationship. Nothing, nothing. It's not gonna help anything. So express feedback from your own perspective, not somebody else's perspective here. I felt that this could have gone this way. Simple, clear, use I statements. No blames. And specifically mention what behavior led to this thing, which you're not feeling should be is right. And for obviously stay positive, use positive language, and also a non-verbal language also matters. Your facial expressions would matter. Your tone of voice would matter. Your body language in general would matter of the feedback. So stay focused. Use positive language while giving or receiving constructive feedback from anyone. That's how it goes.
Wonderful. यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा सा कुछ ऐड करना चाहता हूँ. Like sometimes they both think I am right from my end, right? They both say, or they are not coming into to an understanding, right? They both say, uh, okay, I am right. So there is a wonderful technique. Usually जो जो मैं मोस्टली जो कोचेस देते हैं, इट्स लाइक जैसे अगर आप सिक्स लिखते हो तो आप एक साइड पर खड़े हो जाओ, दूसरा एक साइड पे खड़ा है. सो फ्रॉम योर साइड यू विल से 9 एंड द अदर पर्सन विल से 6. सो यू चेंज योर पोजीशंस, right? And then keep the questions same. This was the issue. Now you change your position and you'll actually replace yourself where the other person is. You come to that place and now think about it.
Great.
Right. Okay. So friends, I only have now two things to ask, and we are about to end the session. Um, Once again, if you want to know. you can ask. Okay, my second last question is like, okay, let it be the last one then. Let's wait for others if you want to ask anything. Okay. All right. So, any final tip for the people who are watching us now and who will be watching us later, who are actually into the relationships and they actually want to improve their relationship, be it any reason, whatever has gone through, whatever the present state is, but they actually want to overcome, they actually want to improve. What is the final tip for them?
So I would say there are few resources you can watch through. Maybe that can enhance, maybe help you to practice these techniques on your day-to-day basis. So there are few books like the Five Love Languages, the Non-Violent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. So these are my favorite ones. These books are my favorite ones as they actually open up about how communication, how
Yeah.
effective communication helps in reviving or spoiling any relationship. So you can watch, you can do the Kindle, or you can grab a hard copy. Just read these books or attend workshops. So we have relationship communication workshops going on, seminars going on. Come have a look at it, and it will help you enhance your own secret power, secret sauce for the relationships, and also consider therapies or practice exercises. By exercises, I would say practice active listening, basic active listening, practice being present, practice role playing, I mean, switching the places, understanding how the other person would be feeling, and also journaling. So, journaling
Journaling.
actually helps you identify your own triggers, so you will know yourself better. Simplified version helps you identify your own triggers, and then you are halfway done the healing.
That's amazing. I actually really loved it. So, my friends, okay, I see no question from your end. So, actually, I love the session, wonderful insights. So, now, friends, as now we are reaching to the end of the session, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And I hope that you found the session insightful and valuable. A special thank you to our guest speaker Tamanna Setia for sharing her expertise and practical tips on effective communication strategies for building stronger relationships. Tamanna, your insights have actually have been incredibly enlightening and inspiring.
Thank you so much, Prashantji. It was my honor to be present with you and with all of you today watching us live. And I would love to be part of your gang once again. And thank you so much. Keep talking.
So again, to everyone who participated in this session today, I appreciate your engagement and questions. Remember, the key to stronger relationships lies in the effective communication. And with the strategies shared today, I'm sure that if you apply those techniques in your daily life, there will be a wonderful change, a miracle change, I can say. And yes, if you want to connect with Tamanna for her further guidance, you can actually connect with her. You can follow her on her social media handles on Instagram. You can directly connect with her. Let me tell you, she's amazing,
Okay,
right? You
Prashantji.
actually will get the solution. Thank you so much for being here once again, and stay tuned for more exciting sessions. And I'll see you tomorrow with a new speaker and a new topic. Till then, stay healthy, take care, and Tamanna, once again, thank you so much for accepting the proposal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Goodbye.
Take care, stay healthy, and namaste.